Inside the whirlwind of thoughts, the quicksilver brilliance, the clever charm and endless curiosity of Gemini, your shadow waits in the silence you often avoid. Not because you fear stillness itself, but because in that quiet space, your soul's truth might speak louder than your thoughts. You came here to connect, to question, to explore every corner of the human mind and collect the fragments that others overlook. But your shadow believes that if you slow down, the performance ends. That if you stop entertaining, explaining, expressing, someone might see the parts of you you're not sure how to hold. So you keep the words flowing. Keep it light. Keep it moving, hoping no one notices the ache underneath all that brilliance. You're wired for contrast, for duality, for contradiction. But your shadow turns this into avoidance, into constantly shifting identities so no one can pin you down long enough to hurt you, into saying what you know they want to hear instead of what you're actually feeling. You use language like armor, humor like a shield, and wit is a way to control the narrative before anyone gets too close. Your wounds are rooted in being misunderstood, in being told you talk too much but were never truly heard. So now your shadow overcompensates with charisma, charm, and cleverness. Anything to avoid the rejection of being real. In relationships, your shadow shows up when intimacy threatens your freedom, when consistency starts to feel like a cage. You crave connection but run from emotional demands that ask you to stay still. You fall in love with minds, with possibilities, with the idea of someone. But when their emotions get messy or the dynamic stops evolving, your shadow starts looking for the next distraction, the next conversation, the next chance to feel alive again. But your soul didn't come here to escape boredom. It came to learn presence, to feel your way through uncertainty instead of thinking your way around it. Your daily life reflects your shadow when you fill your time with noise, multitasking, and constant stimulation to avoid what's beneath the surface. When your energy is scattered, your focus is fragmented, and your nervous system never gets the chance to land. But your healing begins when you allow space between the words. When you pause long enough to listen to your body instead of your thoughts. When you let yourself finish the sentence and sit with the truth it reveals. You are not inconsistent. You are vast. But that doesn't mean you have to be everything at once. In your work, your shadow shows up as restlessness disguised as curiosity. You may start a dozen projects, fall in love with all of them, then abandon each one before it has a chance to bloom. Not because you don't care, but because commitment feels risky. Like being trapped inside an identity you haven't fully explored yet. But your soul is learning that mastery doesn't limit your freedom, it amplifies it. That choosing one thing for a while doesn't make you less creative. It makes you rooted enough to grow something real. Financially, your shadow may avoid planning, delay decisions. Treat money like a temporary guest instead of a trusted ally. But abundance flows more freely when your mind isn't chasing what's next. When you believe you're safe to receive even when you're not performing. Manifestation works best for you when you speak it aloud, when your vision is vivid and voiced. But your energy must stay consistent after the declaration. Follow through is your magic, not just the idea. Spiritually, your shadow may avoid deeper practices that require silence, repetition, or grounding. You may bounce between philosophies, collect ideas like souvenirs, and stay on the edge of knowing without ever letting it land in your body. But your soul is asking for embodiment, for integration, for you to feel what you know, not just say it. You find divinity in dialogue, in symbols, and paradox. But your healing comes when you stop seeking answers and start becoming the question itself. Socially, you are magnetic, witty, easy to talk to. But your shadow hides in the performance. You may become whoever they need in the moment and then leave feeling like no one actually saw you. You long for depth, but fear that once someone knows the real you, they'll leave. So you keep it light, keep it moving, keep them laughing. But your healing begins when you trust that your truth is worthy of being known, even if it's messy, even if it's quiet, even if it's not polished. Your childhood may have taught you to be quick, to be clever, to charm your way out of discomfort. But now your soul is learning that you don't have to shape-shift to stay safe. That silence doesn't mean emptiness. And that staying in one place, in one idea, in one truth, might be the bravest thing you ever do. Gemini, your shadow speaks in constant motion and curated personas. But your truth whispers in presence. When you stop spinning, stop explaining, stop editing your soul for consumption, you find that what's underneath all that cleverness is gold. You are not just the storyteller, you are the story. And when you speak it from the center of your being, you finally feel what it's like to be understood. I hope these words bring clarity and inspiration to your day, my dear stargazers. Remember, the stars guide, but you hold the power to shape your destiny. Now I'd love to hear from you. Did today's words resonate with you? Share your thoughts, experiences, or even your own cosmic insights in the comments below. Let's create a little community of starlight and support, because together, we shine even brighter. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more daily cosmic guidance. Until next time, keep dreaming big and manifesting magic.